Now I'm going to demonstrate something called the remainder theorem. It's in the name. We're dealing with the remainder. You can use the remainder theorem to figure out what the remainder would be if you were to divide. So in the previous video that I made, I did the following synthetic division problem. Now what I'm going to demonstrate is how you use what we call the remainder theorem. If you use the remainder theorem to figure out your remainder, you take that number that you put in the box for synthetic division. So because here I'm dividing by x plus 4, I'm going to take that number -4, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in to that x to the 4th minus 5x squared plus 4x plus 12. When you plug in -4, the result should be your remainder. So again, I'm going to take that -4 and plug it in. So in all those x's, I replaced it with -4. Now with the remainder theorem, you just need to make sure you know your order of operations. You would start with the exponents. So I'm going to start by doing -4 to the 4th power and -4 squared. -4 to the 4th power is 256. -4 squared is 16. Now that I've gotten rid of my exponents, I can multiply. -5 and 16 gives me -80. 4 and -4 gives me -16. So all I have left to do is 256 minus 80 minus 16 plus 12. The result is 172. And that number matches the remainder you get when you do synthetic division. So the remainder theorem is useful if you are asked, is this binomial a factor of the given polynomial? You can just plug in that number and figure out your remainder, or you can just use synthetic division. But if you use the remainder theorem, if you are asked to use the remainder theorem, this is how you would use it. You just plug in that number that you would have put in the box in synthetic division. The result is the remainder.